pumpkins, and glad Yule to you all. This is a very special day for many in the neo-pagan community. It is Yule, or the winter solstice. I can hear some of you saying, well, isn't the winter solstice tomorrow on the 21st? Well, we celebrate starting at dusk the day before, and so this is the longest night, and tomorrow is the shortest day, so we celebrate until tomorrow at dusk. So, what is Yule, you may ask? Well, it is an Norse or Scandinavian tradition that is pre-Christian, in which we celebrate the rebirth of the sun or the coming back of the sun. And there are many gods who have birthdays this time of year. Balder, Mithras, Saturnalia, Lu, Taliesin, Angus MacOg. Did I say Mithras already? There's a bunch of them, so it's a really kind of popular day to have a birthday this time of year. After the Gregorian calendar was put into place, the solstice was moved to the 21st of December. It used to be on the 25th, so this is why Christmas is on December 25th. It is speculated by most biblical scholars that Jesus was most likely born in the springtime, as that's when the shepherds would have been in the field watching the skies, and would have been times but there's fig trees mentioned in the Bible at the time that Jesus was born, which would have been in bloom, most likely in the spring. And if you look at a lot of Middle Eastern traditions, they have their kind of New Year celebration at the spring equinox. So historically, it's more likely that Jesus' actual birth date would have been March 21st. Being the fact that Christmas would have taken place in the Middle East, there were no holly or mistletoe or pine trees or cedar or anything like that in Bethlehem or Nazareth. These are all traditions that are Norse and Scandinavian. So, Merlin, you gonna come up? Okay. So, a lot of the traditions that we associate in North America with Christmas time are actually ancient pagan. Things like the Christmas tree, wreaths, and holly. Mistletoe is very sacred to the Druids, so it's a really festive time of year. For me, Yule is about gathering with friends and family and enjoying the season and eating and drinking and being merry. And for me, Christmas is about obligation to spend too much money that I don't have. So I love Yule. When we are not in a global lockdown due to the beer bug, I would be having a house full of people, and we would all have a potluck and listen to music and laugh and sing. And Merlin has a paper bag he's now chewing on. He's like quiet all day long until I start filming, and then all of a sudden he realizes he's not the center of attention and not the one I'm talking to. So I'm hoping that's not too loud and that I can focus on my pumpkins. So yes, Yule is a really magical time of year. A lot of the legends that we have around Santa Claus, Santa's an amalgamation of two mythological or historical figures. One being, of course, Saint Nicholas from Cyprus, and the other being Odin, the Norse god. So Odin would be the one wearing red, and he would have the long beard, and Odin has a sleigh with a flying horse that has 8 legs. So instead of 8 reindeer, it's a horse with 8 legs, and goes around spreading good cheer. So yes, there's a lot of traditions that we think are Christmas time. Hello, that are actually more pagan. There are 4 Norse festivals and 4 Celtic festivals that are celebrated by the neo-pagan community. So, what are you doing? Sorry about that. So one of these festivals is Yule. It's the Norse one. So the solstices and equinoxes are Norse, and then there are 4 days in between those that are Celtic. So being a Celtic Reconstructionist, most Celtic Reconstructionists don't celebrate Yule. I do, just because I really love the holiday. I'm glad you can't see this because he's humping a pillow right now, and it's probably not appropriate for camera. But I am having a lovely Yule by myself. It's nice and quiet. When Berlin's not making sweet, sweet love to a pillow. I am lactose intolerant, but I love eggnog. So, luckily my lactose intolerance is mild and I just get some gas, but so I enjoy some of that this time of year. And then other different Christmas treats, which, as I said, I normally would have a house full of people, but I am enjoying by myself. My daughter's coming over tomorrow, and maybe she'll even come on film with me. That'd be awesome. And you can finally meet her, hopefully. I hope everyone is having a lovely Yule. There's also something that I would like to tell you about. It is called the Wild Hunt, and it is said that Odin leads the Wild Hunt, and after dark, because it is the longest night, the Wild Hunt is, it's wild, and it is said that anyone who is caught out at night in the Wild Hunt may get swept up with the Wild Hunt, or may get captured. So we typically, that's why we make room in our home for our guests, so that they don't need to be outside in the cold. So we provide hospitality to our guests and make sure they stay warm, and we make sure that they don't go out into the abyss that is the longest night. Now, obviously, my guests can typically leave whenever they want, but I take responsibility with the Wild Hunt in the amount of alcohol that my guests imbibe. So although there typically is drinking at most Norse and Celtic gatherings, I make sure that my guests are not drinking and driving when they leave. So that's kind of my modern take on the Wild Hunt, making sure that my guests are safe and that they are being responsible when they leave. I would love to wish you all a glad Yule, and I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas in a few days. I hope everyone is being safe. I know that this time of year we would all love to gather with our family and friends, but this year just hang tight and avoid large gatherings. You can see them all next year. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. Please, in the meantime, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay safe, blow kisses under the mistletoe instead of face to face, and have a glad Yule. I hope to see you all as the sun is reborn tomorrow. Take care, and Merlin says glad Yule too.